But yeah, so welcome to this, and well, really quick before we jump into our topic, I know Jason's got some news about that particular fit of his and the feedback he's gotten from Real Men Real Style. Jason, take it away, my friend.
my god.
Oh, well, they hate it. They also hate like everything I do with a passion.
You.
Yeah.
And they do hate me in particular. I get obviously I get a lot of flack for the shortness of my pants. And the white socks, and let me tell you, they fucking hate the Nike Cortez.
Oh no.
Yeah, no, they're like, maybe try a better shoe, like the Stan Smith. And I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
What did they think about your hats too?
I don't think you've revealed the punk rock.
Yeah, they haven't seen the punk rock hat, but they don't like it at all when I wear a hat.
Yeah, I mean like hats in general.
No, not a fan. They don't. I feel like they really don't like clothes.
They're not clothes.
They're like real men, real style. But I'm like, I don't think you even like wearing clothes. And I mean, it's all because they do this to get like chicks or to like feel powerful. And I'm like, well, let me tell you something. That's not me.
They don't like you anyway.
It's never been about the chicks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think
they hate it.
Some of the comments are awful. Let me see if I could pull it up real quick.
I get called Rachel Maddow every time. They love that one.
Oh yeah, and tell us about how the mods have messaged you.
Oh my god, I got threatened by the mods. They're like, all right, they're like, He's like, oh well, I keep getting messages about you, so everyone thinks that that people don't like it when you post. So keep that in mind. I'm like, what?
Keep it in mind.
You should have said that you're a real man and that you have real style.
I do have real style. I meet all the qualifications.
You're the titular real man.
Yeah, I just got like a quadruple kill while talking. That's a new high for me.
In real life.
In real life, I just killed 4 people.
Cold blood.
I eat nails without milk.
I do.
You should be streaming while you're in a car.
Yeah, come on, man.
I'm looking at some of the comments right now.
Read some of them. They're really good.
Yeah, so here's one. It's a great look until you look down. The shoes and socks gotta go. They destroy the whole look.
They destroy it.
Take a ship to a world they know and destroy it.
Yeah.
I always love seeing people that like Ivan's already jumped in here saying, something positive, obviously, right?
Because I'm being forced to against my will.
Yeah.
Damn right.
And
blink twice if you need help.
Yes, please. Blink through the audio.
I mean, a lot of this stuff is very weird. Like a lot of the complaints are about Jason's not only like is it like a Cortez, but it's like a worn pair of Cortezes. Right?
Yeah. Oh, they hate if anything like my shoes get dirty, because I wear them. I don't clean my sneakers. I'm not like a psychopath.
Yeah.
You wear your shoes.
Yeah, I wear my fucking shoes, and they're like, "How dare you?"
Just say I'm walking here.
Yeah, they're like, "Your shoes are dirty," and I'm like, "Okay, yeah, I wore them." Or they couldn't go with the fact when I said, "Oh yeah," and like, why would you wear those shoes? And I'm like, oh, I was at my friend's house, like shooting some stuff for his like website. And they're like, oh, but you wear the suit? And I'm like, yeah, that's like his thing. That's why I'm there.
What I love here is that you've got Mr. Real Man Real Style himself, Antonio Centeno.
Yeah, Antonio liked and commented, so I'm famous now. I think I'm bigger than
Hollywood.
Here's what he said. He said, clean up the sneakers, maybe match the socks with the trousers, or go with something bright or fun. But overall,
not military heritage enough.
You said, go fuck yourself, Antonio Centeno.
No, just be like, thanks. Don't tell me what to do.
Yeah.
I'm surprised. I'm honestly surprised I haven't been banned yet because I was banned pretty quick from Alpha M.
Yeah, same here.
They banned me pretty quick.
They just they didn't even ban me in a response to a post. I think they're just like, these two guys are friends, or they found out, and then they're like, let's just
because they were on like his friends list.
They got banned me after 3 fits.
So, oh my god, really?
The message from the mod, he was like, oh well. Keep in mind, I don't, your next fit, it might be your last.
The mods, for the guys, if you don't know, the Real Man Real Style, they have directly messaged Jason a couple of times saying, "Hey man, we noticed that you're posting a lot of fits and you made like a weird face. Remember to don't troll." And it's like the most recent one, right, was like, "Hey, just so you know, every single one of time that you anytime a topic comes up to the mods, it's always about you. So keep watch yourself."
Yeah, he's like, "There's 50,000 people in this group, and yet I keep hearing your name."
Yeah, maybe it's
Jason's
an issue with the
keeps-
fucking group.
What do you even wait, so what I'm not in the group. What are you quote unquote or what are you doing to troll?
I mean,
whatever.
Jason, you are well, yeah, he's technically, but I mean, you both still are, because you know that these people
I'm
are
trolling
not gonna...
within the rules.
But it's
right?
of course not. But
I'm not
it's
breaking
also
any rules. I'm just the fits, the clothes I wear are just agitated to them.
And you know that, right? Because it's kind of you're not doing anything technically wrong. You're just kind of intentionally breaking the bubble, right?
Yeah,
you're
exactly. I know exactly where I'm posting this, but they're like, oh, one guy though. After that guy called me Rachel Maddow again, this guy Tyrus, who I argued with about how shitty Alan Edmonds' shoes are.
Yeah.
He was like, hey, he's like, yo, don't listen to that guy. That was really uncalled for by him. He said, we're all here learning. He said, so don't take that to heart. Keep going. And I'm like, okay.
Shout out.
Sorry for trying to save money.
What's up with all the sneakers and white socks with suits and high water pants?
Yeah, high water.
I'm seeing a lot of it on the group lately. So awful.
Like, where's the flood? And I'm like, your girl's panties.
Oh yeah.
Ben Shapiro.
The funny thing here is that and we'll get to the topic in a second, but it's like that not only does Jason get this from Real and Real Style, but our friend Young Chomsky get this from his Twitter followers.
Yeah.
And it's great when he'll send us pictures of his DMs where the girls are all into it, but it's always the guys who are like, "What the fuck's this, man? Why look like a pedo? Why look like a lame ass grandpa?" And it's you're just jealous.
Yeah, what was crazy is they hate me. They hate everything I post, right? But then Ivan, right, posts similar things, but they love Ivan.
Yeah,
and,
literally a week ago, I posted a picture of me in a 1940 suit, and it's still one of the top posts in Real Men Real Style.
Wow. I posted one of my fits from Kaiser Quarterly, and as you can expect, so I'm wearing the my cotton suit from Atelier Fugue with a rugby shirt, white socks, and tassel loafers, and no one's talking about, hey, what's that weird rugby, what are you wearing underneath your suit? No, the only comments are on the white socks.
Yeah,
okay,
it's
that's
always
kind of me. That was kind of me to blame, because I put a comment saying you can't wear white socks.
Yeah,
obviously as a mock, but
you got people
took
blood in the
heart.
water. Yeah.
What is it with young people and this fad? I mean, is it a fad when people are still doing it? It's again, I jumped in again. I don't typically stir the pot on these places, because there's one time I posted the picture and goes, "Oh, that's just Ethan. He's known for wearing this stuff." I'm like, "Oh, well, you don't gotta out me like that, dude."
You gotta out me like that.
That was such an underhanded flex, Ethan.
Yeah, he's so famous. I can't post because I'm so famous.
He has fans come defend him without any provocation. And
all these Ethan stands up in
he's just like Sacha Baron Cohen. He can't do Borat anymore.
I can't do Borat. Yeah, I gotta do 2 layers of weird,
Yeah.
I gotta be a character dressing up as Ethan, right?
Heinz, here we go.
But I tried the comment saying one guy did post saying, "Oh, why would you wear something that will get you universally shunned?" And I'm like, "What are you talking about universally? Outside of this group, people wear fucking white socks."
Do you know how famous I am?
But I basically ended it by saying this is not a corporate look. I wouldn't wear this to a client meeting. You know what I mean? I am not. I mean, yeah, your clients are still different, But,
think different, man.
Problem. It's a lot of these guys think that we would wear this stuff to a funeral or something. We have brains. We know when to not wear this.
We'll never die.
One of the first things.
I didn't know.
one of the first streams that we did with Aldous was
The
like
vibes
talking
just
about
went-
context, right? It was literally like us four, like me, Spencer, MJ, and Aldous. Like that was very early on in this whole thing, and we talked about how like we know our context. Like we're not gonna wear this to a funeral. We're not gonna wear it to a job interview. But because people have this like mentality about wearing a suit, they assume, oh, if you're wearing a suit, you have to be doing something formal.
Yeah.
You got to be going somewhere. Where
That and
Wait,
like these
yeah,
people,
speaking of
right?
which,
These
hi, guys.
people,
Hey, welcome, Lionel.
Welcome Aldous to the stream.
and
Welcome.
these people in like Real Men Real Style, right? They don't normally wear a suit, so they see someone wearing a suit that's like,
Yep.
in my case, outlandish. They
Yeah.
suddenly are like, "Oh, but how are you going to get a job?" And I'm like, well, "I have a job."
Yeah.
Well, maybe
They
they're
can't-
like
they can't
anticipating
fathom
like a
it.
fun little slapstick thing where all of
And
a
they
sudden
can't-
you're interviewing for the
It's a
like
non-issue.
CEO position of a big company, but you're wearing your most ridiculous suit. And then where are you gonna be?
And like they can't
Right.
wrap their heads around either. Like I've told them before that I'm like the buyer for like a men's store, and they're like, "Well, I wouldn't hire you at my men's store." I'm like, "Do you work in a men's store?" Like,
Cool.
no. And I'm like, okay. I'm the boss. I'm the cake boss. I
Yeah,
can wear
yeah.
whatever I want.
Did you eat
Like
the cake?
Jason-
Did you eat the cake bug? And
Yeah, you're
I've
been
had
by
30
people.
cakes in the past 30 days.
Like
Oh my
Jason,
God.
one of your more recent posts, you wore a brown flannel check jacket with like your jeans and your Nike Cortezes. And I remember there was one comment that said, "Oh, if I was your manager and I saw you dress up like this, I would fire you on the spot." And I'm like, what?
Like, well,
That's
I was like, well,
crazy to
thank
do.
God I'm the boss.
Yeah.
Nobody's firing me except for
Yeah, no
me.
one's
Thank God you'll
firing
never
me.
be the manager.
Do you think
Yeah.
Atelier Fugue will sell cake socks?
I'm hoping.
Fun socks.
I'm just waiting for someone to ask you what I do. And I'm like, oh yeah, I work in like a creative field, and I'm a writer and photographer. Like it's like, what did you
Mhm.
guys expect?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
They
You know?
they can't fathom that I work in the industry.
And this
They're like, and you
on-
dress
on a-
like that, and I'm like,
on
yeah,
a big scale, this is scary because I don't know if you guys remember. This is kind of taken to a bigger
Ooh.
subject, but it's like like in London they post that thing where like it was like a picture of a girl like a
it.
little girl like doing ballerina, right?
Ooh.
And it's all like, oh poor Amanda, she could be studying STEM right now, and it's like that's fucking awful. Like not like
Yeah.
knowing that you could like shutting down the arts. And I know a lot of like the menswear guys in London got up in arms about it, rightfully so, because menswear is kind of a alternative or creative endeavor, right?
hmm
And
Mhm.
so I really don't like this proliferate. I mean, I'm not saying that I'm surprised because this is how society has gone, but this
Society.
You live in a society.
Yeah.
where
That's on Joker face.
where clearly guys can't fathom anything other than like corporate jobs or like trade jobs.
Yeah, and
Right,
they
I think-
can't. The idea of creativity and personality through your clothing is just completely lost on them.
Yeah, the focus on
Because
100%
clothing is to get a
utility,
job and
Yeah,
get
not
girls.
creativity.
Everything you wear, like Take a Virus has said, that you have to change a tire in every outfit.
Yeah, like, and
Well, I mean, I
what?
do that. I
probably
do
could.
that before I leave the house every morning. I just have
Change a
like,
tire?
Change your-
Yeah, I have a little area set up so I can practice changing a tire.
We love workwear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
but
don't even drive, so
yeah, I like
if
how-
you wear white
yeah.
socks, you cannot make a living. Love it.
Yeah,
These
I
are the
love that,
rules.
period. And that's on period. But yeah, that's a little fun thing. Thank you, Jason,
Yeah.
for sharing.
That's a
welcome.
little
Little
fun
story.
thing.
Yeah. I also did post another outfit for Alpha M, which I thought was a more alpha outfit, where I'm wearing a tweed jacket but with like raw hem denim and boots and a beanie. And they were like, "Oh,
We
you
love it
can't
raw."
wear that beanie with it's too casual." I'm like, "Too casual for me wearing jeans and boots?" And he's like,
Yeah.
"Oh,
Wait, you
well,
posted
wearing
it
a
today?
sport." Yeah, I did. I posted it today, and and the guy was all like, "Oh yeah, well, you're wearing a sport coat, so that makes it more formal." I'm like, "What?
What about everything
Like-
else? Yeah.
Yeah, what about literally everything else? I'm not wearing a fucking tie. Like, I'm
Yeah.
not even wearing a shirt with a normal collar. It even lacks a collar band because it's like
Whoa.
flat,
Yeah.
But unbelievable. And of course, they were saying, "Oh, don't wear white tube socks." And it's like, first off, they're not white tube socks. They're white socks.
No
Their
white
socks happen to
Jeffrey
be
Tubin
white.
socks.
They're not athletic socks. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
Tubin.
can't tube in
Um,
these socks.
Yeah, perfect tubing.
You know what I
Perfect
We're
can
on
do
Zoom right
is
now.
fill it with nickels.
Yeah.
Don't worry, we're all wearing
Wail it
pants.
around.
They're not tube
Wail
socks.
it
They're
around.
thigh
It's
socks.
clobbering time.
It's
Oh, man.
clobbering.
Time to get beat
I
up.
got
I'm
a
gonna
no
erupt.
yelling sock full of nickels.
Yeah.
We should all give each other
so-
phrases to say during sex.